anything that exists within this world, you have allowed it to exist. Any reality that you claim, you allow. Any reality that you reject, you disintegrate. So this is again focusing on your power and reminding you of your power. That you don't need to come under these restrictions unless you allow it to. But in order to allow it to, you need to understand the truth, to wake up from that truth so that you can move forward in power. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mystic Temple Spirituality for a New Age. I'm Monica Bay, also known as the Divine Mother, and I am here to bring you truth. Okay, so it's been a couple of weeks. We had to take a little bit of time off, but we are back. Today we have a passage that's going to go super, super deep, but this passage has so many layers, there's no way that we can really conquer all of it in one divinity session. So what we're going to do is we're going to unveil that passage today, and then I'm going to break things down across multiple divinity sessions because I think with the topic that we're going to do today, it's necessary to do a sacred pause where we really need to take our time to go through and really understand the concept that's unveiled in this particular divinity session today. So we're going to get into that, but before we do, I want you to know that right now we are in the middle of doing the Sacred Rhythm Fast. Now, the Sacred Rhythm Fast is a fast that is going to be quarterly. It is something that was downloaded to me from the Cosmic Collective Consciousness. It's an entire system. This fast is not just about restriction or spiritual sacrifice and things like that. This fast is actually about spiritual reset. So there's a whole lot of details around the fast. I did unveil it. So if you missed that, if you haven't been paying attention to all the social media and all the groups and everything, so if you want to jump in on this fast, it's not too late. Today is day 2 of this fast. It is a 3-day fast. So you can jump in and just do one day and then catch it the next solstice. So these fasts are done every solstice. Again, the Cosmic Collective Consciousness gave me this entire fasting system that will help all of you reset your mind, body, and spirit. Now, the people that have already done this fast previously, this is my first time putting it out to the public, but in the last solstice in March, for the spring solstice, the Mystic Temple volunteers and the Light Guardians and myself all did this fast for the first time. And I will tell you that everyone had amazing, amazing results. And when I say amazing results, I mean life-changing results, things that they're still experiencing months later, noticing a difference of what that fast did. So when I say this fast is a beautiful, powerful spiritual reset, it is all of that and then some. It resets your mind, your body, and your spirit, and helps you propel you forward. And also, you just get so many downloads and everything throughout the whole process. So, if you're interested in joining the fast, even on the tail end, it's okay. It's not too late. You can click the link right here. And for those who are listening to the podcast, I will provide that link in the podcast notes. And so you want to make sure that you click that link, that we're doing it via a Telegram group. And so, yeah, join the Telegram group and get in on this because you don't want to miss out. So it's absolutely amazing. All right, so I'm fasting right now. I should be glowing and radiant, am I? Okay. Now, so, all right, so we're going to go ahead and get into the divinity session today. Now, first, I think, again, because we're going to do this sacred pause, we're going to really dive deeper into the passage over, across multiple divinity sessions. So I want us to just kind of ground and really open ourselves up for the truth, because the truth that's revealed today is, it can be very hard to understand. It can be very hard to grasp. And this is why we are unveiling it and really diving deeper across multiple divinity sessions to really make sure you grasp this concept, because once you understand this concept, it'll change your life. All right, so we're just going to ground for a moment. I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Take another deep breath in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And as you do that, I want you to take another deep breath in through your nose. And as you exhale, I want you to exhale any doubts, any negativity, any limiting beliefs. We're going to do that one more time, breathing in and then exhaling limiting beliefs. Now I want you to visualize a channel of white light. This is your spiritual channel, the center of your being. Visualize it as a column of white light. And at your crown, I want you to see that column opening and widening and widening and widening. And as it does, you are opening up yourself for the truth. Because that's what we do here at Mystic Temple. You're opening up yourself to be able to see the truth, to be able to see and understand the truth of the universe, the truth of this reality, and the truth of you. Feel that energy as it widens. Continue to feel that. And say to yourself, I am open for truth. I am open for learning. I am open for divine truth. Okay. All right, so we are ready. Let's get into the session. So we're about to get into the passage today from the Book of Rasheeda, and this passage is about time and the illusion of time. And today we're going to talk about why that's important to really understand and how that actually affects your real life, how that affects your decisions, how that affects your ability to move through life in a positive and constructive way. All right, we're going to get into the passage from the Book of Rasheeda, and it is as follows. Time is but a naught library of falsehoods. Be it not that you have come under such a restriction. You are beyond this constraint. Unveil the mystery of this physical plane to see its true nature. Reality is what you make it. Let it be the center of your creation. Let it be you. Let it be of you. Let it be yours. So as you can see in this passage, it is filled and filled and filled with many, many, many layers of messages and revelations. So let's talk about the first sentence where it says, time is but a naught library of falsehoods. And we know sometimes the cosmic collective consciousness likes to get cryptic, okay? But let's break that down. So time is but a naught meaning empty, nothingness, library of falsehoods. So the library of falsehoods part is referring to the illusion of time itself and that it doesn't exist. That's why it is not a not library of falsehoods. So what it's really saying is that time is an illusion full of narratives that we accept as real, such as past, present, future. We see time as linear. And again, this is why we have to like really roll this out over multiple sessions, because some of you, if you're students of mine, you already get this concept, but if you're not, this takes a while to really understand this concept. And also, why is it important? Why is that important, right? So we're going to get into all of that over this session and the next few sessions that we're going to have. But understand that time is not linear. We see time as past, present, and future, but it's really about now. Now is the only time that actually matters. Now is the only time that truly exists. It's only in the moment of now that truly exists. The past, the present, and the future, everything is happening in the now. And also within this is the notion that time is a construct of the mind. And so when we really understand that and we understand that it's an illusion, it begins to liberate us from the confinements of time and what those things lead to in our own minds, in our own lives, with guilt, with impatience, fear of the future, and all the things that are happening in our lives. A lot of it revolves around our concept of time, and our perception of our lives revolves around our concept of time. And understanding that it's an illusion, we can begin, and it takes time, but we can begin to liberate ourselves from these falsehoods. This is all part of the illusion of this reality. This is all part of the illusion of this human experience. And when remember the point of us incarnating, and the point of part of the point of us incarnating and reaching our purpose and things like that, and being in this human experience is to wake up in this experience, is to understand the illusions. And we've talked about that many times in previous divinity sessions. So this is why this is super important and why we're going to take time through this. And that leads us into the next sentence. Be it not that you have come under such a restriction, you are beyond this constraint. So why are they saying this right after that previous sentence about it being not in a library of falsehoods? Be it not that you have come under such a restriction, you are beyond these constraints. You are beyond time. This is reminding you of your timelessness. This is reminding you of who you really are as a soul, and that you don't need to be confined by the perceived time limits or perceived time constructs within this lifetime and within this illusionary reality and within this human experience. And when you really start to understand that, which we will as we dive deeper, then again, it liberates you. This is really about liberating you and freeing you by the truth. They say the truth shall set you free, and so it shall. It really does set you free when you really understand who you are and you really understand what's happening in this world. And then you can put those things into perspective and move forward with a different pep in your step. Move forward with a different idea of who you are and a different idea of what all of this is and what's actually happening. Because a lot of times the part that makes us get lost in this world is we anchor within all of these illusions, time included. We anchor within all these illusions, and then everything that we do moves from that anchor. And so if you are anchored in illusion, then everything you do is full of falsehoods. Everything you do is based on falsehoods, let's put it that way. But when you move from truth, everything you do is based on divine truth. Everything you do is based on fact and away from illusion. And that is when the true essence of divinity is able to flow through everything that you are, everything that you do, everything that you're creating. Now, why does it say, be it not that you have come under such a restriction, you are beyond this constraint? Why does it say that, knowing that, hello, we are in this human experience and we come in here with amnesia, and of course we're going to be under that? The reason why it says, be it not that you have come under this restriction, is because it is a call for you to wake up. It is a call for you to remember who you are. And it is a call for you to not allow these things. And it's a remembrance that anything that exists within this world, you have allowed it to exist. Any reality that you claim, you allow. Any reality that you reject, you disintegrate. So this is again focusing on your power and reminding you of your power. That you don't need to come under these restrictions unless you allow it to. But in order to allow it to, you need to understand the truth, to wake up from that truth so that you can move forward in power. And in the next sentence, it says, unveil the mystery of this physical plane to see its true nature. And again, this is talking about what I just said. We're talking about the true nature of this existence. Why do we want to unveil that to see its true nature? Because when we do, we automatically get our power back. We automatically stand in our power. We can automatically make rightly and justified and righteous decisions based on that truth. And we can also be less affected by all the illusionary negativity and all the things that we tend to get affected by naturally in this world, that we choose to get affected by simply by not seizing the truth and simply by not understanding the truth. And again, this is why Mystic Temple is here. This is why I'm here. This is why the Book of Rasheeda has come forth to bring you that truth, because you don't know what you don't know. But once you know, now you can make a decision. Now you can either decide to grasp onto that truth or continue to hold on to illusions. And why does it say the mystery of this physical plane? Because this physical plane is a mystery. This is also underscoring the fact that reality is way more than what we perceive. We have a very limited view of reality because we're looking at it through skewed lenses, through lenses that have been obscured by falsities and illusions. But once we clean those lenses off, which is what the Book of Rasheeda does, once we clean those lenses off, then we're able to see clearly. And we're no longer seeing through illusions, but we're seeing through truth. So part of the message here is to look beyond what appears to in front of you. Look beyond what appears in front of you. And as a spiritual seeker, be a seer. Be able to see beyond the veil, be able to see beyond these illusions. And all you have to do is choose to seek and you will see. That's the beauty of it. That's all you have to do is choose to seek and you will see, because we all have the ability to see. We are all seers. There's not just some people who are, oh, I'm a seer, you're not a seer. Everyone is a seer. We all have those abilities. It's whether or not we stand up, seize it, and choose it. So this is a message also and a call to choose to be a seeker and a seer. Because when you do, that is liberation, complete liberation. And who doesn't want to be liberated? I mean, come on. And perhaps my favorite part of this passage, reality is what you make it. Let it be the center of your creation. That is powerful. First of all, I'm always telling you guys that you have the ability to create your own reality. And I'm sure you've heard that elsewhere as well. But this really shows a deeper level of that. Reality is what you make it. Let it be the center of your creation. When you understand that you have the ability to create reality, again, outside of the illusion, once you start stepping outside of this illusion, then you realize you are the architect. You realize you are the creator of your entire reality. And with that notion, with that idea, with that knowledge, then you can actually move from that and make that the center of your creation. How many times are you creating something, but you're not creating something from that knowledge and that idea, that perspective? A lot of times when we create things in life, we're creating things in life from a very mundane place and part of the illusion. Again, where we're anchored in those illusions, everything that we do is based from those illusions. That becomes our foundation. But when we have the foundation of truth, we're able to see beyond that. And when we're able to see beyond that, when we're doing any act of creation, we're creating as an architect, not as someone who's a subject of something else above us, not someone who is confined by restrictions. Think about that. Whatever it is that you're creating in your life right now, if you were to step outside of yourself and think of that creation as true creation without limitations, without the perceived limitations of even your physical body and your human experience and your all the things that whatever limitations you're putting on yourself. And the funny thing is, even when you think you're not putting limitations on yourself, if you are not moving from this place that we're talking about, from the reality that you fully have the ability to create your reality, then you're still moving from limitation. So even if you're like, I don't have any limiting beliefs, I don't have any limitations, I know I can achieve anything. If you believe that you can achieve anything within a confined construct, that's limitation. If you think you can achieve anything only if you do this, this, and this, that's a limitation. Understand that. And we're going to dive deeper into that. Like I said, we're going to do this across multiple divinity sessions so you guys can really grasp and understand. This is way too much to put in one session, but this is a powerful statement right here. And I want you to just try to understand that as much as you can right now. How powerful that is if you move from a different place, if you move from this knowledge, when you are creating anything in the world, when you're creating a business, when you're figuring out your future, when you are creating something even physically with your hands, whatever it is that you are doing, you're going after your goals, you're going after your dreams, you are solving a problem, you are healing yourself, you're healing others. If you do that from this knowledge, this deep knowledge that you are the actual creator, that you have complete read write privileges to speak in computer speak on this entire reality, on this entire video game. Okay? Think of that analogy. This is a video game. You have read write privileges. You have admin privileges. We'll put it out there. You have admin privileges. What would you create? How would you believe in yourself differently? And how would you move differently through this world knowing that? How would you solve problems? How would you uh, resolve conflicts with other people if you know that you are the admin? Okay, think about that. But the last part of the passage says, "Let it be you, let it be of you, let it be yours." And that piggybacks on what I just said about moving from that space. Let it be the center of your creation. Let it be you, let it be of you. You are the source of everything that happens in your life. You are the source. Whether that's from a conscious level, whether that's from a subconscious level, whether that's from a soul level. Because sometimes your soul is creating circumstances to help you or to bring about certain things in your life, and you're unaware of it, right? So creation can happen on many, many levels. It's not just your conscious mind. Creation happens on many levels, but at the end of the day, it's important to understand that it all comes from you, because all of that is you. You are your conscious mind, you are your subconscious mind, you are your spirit, you are your body, you are your actions, you are your choices, you are your soul. All of those things are you. Everything in your reality, everything in your human experience, you are the center of that. So let it be you. Let it be of you. Let it be yours. So I'm going to break that down. Let it be you is everything I just said. Let it be of you means that you are being intentional about what you are creating in this world. And let it be yours. Own it. Take responsibility. Take responsibility for what it is that you've created. And if you've created a reality that you don't enjoy, then you have the ability to change it. Why? Because you are the creator. Okay? You are the creator. So this knowledge is powerful, but sometimes we'll be honest, right? It can make people feel like, well, I don't want everything to be on me. But guess what? We're not here to tell you what you want to hear. We're here to tell you the truth, okay? So the reality is you are in control. There is no one to blame. There is no one to blame. It's all you. Okay? And that doesn't mean blame yourself. That doesn't mean all of these things. That means as soon as you understand that you are the admin, that you are the creator, then you can move from that. You make your choices. You create, you decide. Let that be the center of your creation. So, how does this affect you in your real life? Everything I just said affects you in your real life. But let's talk about some real life examples. Anxiety. We're bringing together all the things that we just talked about time, about your ability to create reality. Think about anxiety, for instance, because that's a very common thing that most people deal with. So, if you are dealing with anxiety, that's a fear of the future. That's also a lack of belief in yourself. If you understand, first of all, that time is an illusion and that you're the creator, what is there to fear? You have the ability to create whatever it is that you want. If you're afraid of something happening, you're afraid of whatever you think is going to happen, you have the ability to create that. Another real life example, if you're feeling helpless, this fixes that. Because again, you are never helpless. If you are the creator, how in the world can you be powerless? How in the world can you be helpless? It can't exist. It cannot exist under this understanding. It just can't. And also for people who, regarding time, feel like, oh, it's too late. I should have started this then, and I'm now, what, however old I am, and I can't do that now. Again, time is an illusion. There is nothing that you cannot do right now. There's nothing that you cannot do right now. You create your reality. You are the one who is at the center of it all. And the reality that time does not truly exist and only now exists. If you have the ability to make a decision right now, then you have the ability to do something. Period. Period. Okay? So, again, we're going to get into all of this in the future divinity sessions, but I really wanted to unveil that and unpack the main points of that right now. And then we're going to dive deeper into each one of those points in future sessions. So, I really want you guys to integrate this because this is really important, and I'm sure you are starting to get some of this, and hopefully some of those things have really sunk in today. And I want you to just take a moment now to allow this to integrate. I want you to, after you're done watching this divinity session, go journal what your thoughts are. Good, bad, indifferent, whatever. What your thoughts are about what I've said to you today. How different things have hit. What are your biggest takeaways from today? What are your biggest takeaways from this passage? And what are you seeing in your own life on how this different perspective can shift your own life? I want you to write those things down and begin to journal. And through journaling, and I'm always telling you guys to journal because journaling is such a powerful thing to do. But when you journal, you start to really understand things. It starts to open you up for that understanding. And it starts to allow, because of the openness while you're journaling, it actually allows your spirit to speak through. Because sometimes our spirit is silenced because we're too busy and we don't want to hear the truth and so on and so forth. But right now, you should be open, right? So now is the best time to journal that and really unpack those thoughts. And then I will see you in the next session. And before we do, I'm going to now speak in the divine language, which I haven't done in a while. I'm going to now speak in the divine language and speak love, life, and power into all of you at home. Okay. Ema Brielle, Teosha Brosheki, Teosha Brosheki, Teosha Brosheki, Eshna Popoeshna Sha, Eshna Popoeshna Sha, Teosha, Teosha, Teosha Brielle, Teosha Brielle, Teosha Brielle, Teosha Brielle, Teosha Brielle, Brosheki, 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 Brosheki Shishen, Brosheki Shishen Destu, Brosheki Shishen Destu. Brosheki Shishen Destu, Eshna Popoeshna Sha, Eshna Popoeshna Sha, Eshna Popoeshna Sha, Eshna Popoeshna Sha. And also in the divine language, I will end with peace be unto you, Zor Kumti. And I'll see you next time.
I walk in the room, all eyes on me. I got the power, I make it look easy. I set my sights on what I desire. My dreams become reality, set on fire. Well, I get whatever I want, I claim it, I got it, I command it, I got it. My manifestations are solid, I'm the real one. Nothing can hold me back, I'm a force to be reckoned with. That's a fact. Everything I want and more. Got my dreams in sight, gonna take that dive. Set my intentions, put them out into the universe. No one can stop me now, only getting higher. Whoa, I get whatever I want, I claim it, I got it, I command it, I got it. My manifestations are solid, I'm the real one. Nothing can hold me back, I'm a force to be reckoned with. That's a fact. Top, nothing's gonna hold me down. I'm the king, gonna wear my crown.